In life, we all possess something precious, our seed. Whether it's an idea, a dream, a financial investment, a relationship, or even our personal energy, our seed represents potential. Just as a crown symbolizes authority, dignity, and value, our seed holds a power to shape our future. Protecting it is not just an option. It's a necessity for growth, success, and fulfillment. In every man lives the spark of creation, the divine power to bring life into the world. This spark, this power, is housed in your seed. It is not just biological material. It is spiritual currency, life energy, and the foundation of your masculine power. But in today's world, men are taught to waste it, to throw it away as casually as trash. The result? Weakness, confusion, fatigue, and spiritual poverty. To protect your seed is to protect your crown. Your crown represents your divine authority, purpose, and leadership. Without protecting your seed, you're like a king walking around with his crown trampled in the mud, disrespected, disoriented, and disconnected from your higher self. In this piece, we will dive deep into why you must protect your seed like your crown, and how doing so will change your life forever. Your seed is not just about reproduction. It is life force energy. It is Shakti in motion. Within every drop lies the power to create a child, but beyond that, the power to build nations, write masterpieces, and conquer your inner demons. When you release your seed recklessly, through addiction, lust, pornography, or meaningless sex, you give away your life force for nothing in return. You spend your energy with no intention. A man who does this lives in constant spiritual and emotional bankruptcy. But when you protect your seed, when you guard it as sacred, you feel the power build inside you. You walk differently. You speak with clarity. You act with confidence. You become magnetic. That is the energy of a king who wears his crown with purpose. The crown represents not only authority, but also responsibility. A man's crown is his divine assignment, his mission, his calling. To wear your crown means to live with focus, vision, and discipline. But you cannot carry out your mission if your energy is constantly being drained through lust. Every time you give away your seed for pleasure, you are giving away a piece of your mission. You lose the sharpness of mind, the fire in your belly, and the presence in your spirit. When you protect your seed, you protect the clarity of your purpose. Your mind becomes like a sword, sharp, focused, and directed toward your vision. You begin to feel aligned with your higher self. You become unshakable in your decisions because the noise of lust and distraction is silenced. A king cannot rule if he is ruled by lust. The greatest empires in history were destroyed not just by external enemies, but by the internal decay of moral and spiritual discipline. Lust is a form of slavery. It makes you a beggar instead of a ruler. It causes you to chase women, validation, and temporary pleasure, rather than walking in your power and allowing blessings to chase you. Protecting your seed trains your mind to overcome lust. It builds a spiritual muscle of self-control. And the man who masters self-control becomes invincible. He cannot be manipulated. He cannot be distracted. He walks with the dignity of a man who knows who he is. One of the greatest secrets in male development is semen retention. Retention is not about repression. It is about transformation. When you retain your seed, your body begins to reabsorb the energy. Testosterone rises. Brain function increases. Muscles grow. Voice deepens. Presence sharpens. But beyond the physical changes is the spiritual awakening. You feel more connected to the divine. You become more creative, more in tune with your intuition, and more courageous in facing your fears. You begin to realize that your seed was never meant to be wasted. It was meant to be wielded. This is the power of the crown. A king does not squander his resources. He multiplies them. He invests them. He uses them to build legacy. Your seed is not for the ground. It is for the throne. Every time you ejaculate, you are spending energy. But the real question is, what do you buy with that energy? Is it peace, growth, spiritual depth? Or is it a few seconds of pleasure followed by regret and emptiness? Most men today are broke not financially, but energetically. They have no drive, no passion, no sense of direction, because their energy has been spent on things that don't feed their soul. When you start treating your seed like a king treats his royal treasury, everything changes. You no longer waste your power. You use it for prayer, for business, for art, for discipline, for love, for truth, and your entire life becomes richer. Whether they admit it or not, women can feel when a man is powerful within, not just in his muscles or voice, but in his energy. A man who practices retention walks with a presence that is undeniable. His energy speaks before his mouth does. Women are drawn to that energy, not because he is thirsty, but because he is whole. He is not trying to get something from her. He is not chasing validation. He is not controlled by lust. That makes him safe, mysterious, and magnetic. When you protect your seed, you begin to attract differently. You no longer tolerate disrespect. You no longer settle for surface-level relationships. You seek connection that honors your value. And women feel that shift deeply. A man's legacy is not built in comfort. It is built in sacrifice. Protecting your seed is one of the highest forms of discipline, especially in a world that constantly tempts you to waste it. But kings do not build kingdoms with laziness. They rise early. They train. They fast. They fight. They lead. They carry burdens others cannot. And they do it not for applause, but for purpose. Discipline builds legacy. Every time you say no to lust, you say yes to your future. Every time you resist temptation, you invest in your crown. You begin to feel the satisfaction of integrity, knowing you are walking as the man you were born to be. No conversation about protecting your seed is complete without confronting the silent killer of men's power. Pornography. Porn is not just harmless entertainment. It is a weapon of mass distraction. It hijacks your dopamine system, rewires your brain, and drains your energy at the deepest levels. It turns kings into slaves. Every time you consume porn, you are reinforcing weakness. You are training your brain to seek pleasure without responsibility. You are conditioning yourself to be a passive observer instead of an active creator. To protect your crown, you must wage war against porn. Delete it, block it, confess it, replace it. Your throne is too valuable to be handed over to pixels on a screen. The most powerful men in history learned how to transmute their sexual energy. Instead of wasting it, they converted it into ambition, focus, art, wisdom, leadership, and spiritual power. This is called sexual alchemy. It is the ability to take your seed, the most primal, powerful force within you, and channel it upward, into your mind, into your spirit, into your destiny. When you protect your seed and begin to consciously direct that energy, you will find yourself on fire with ideas. You will wake up early with purpose. You will crave challenge, not comfort. And your very life will become an expression of power. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video with your loved ones. Also join our Telegram. Guard your crown in secret and in public. A king doesn't just protect his crown when people are watching. He guards it when no one is looking. The same is true with your seed. Real power is built in private, in the silent decisions, in the quiet no's when no one will ever clap for you. This is the test of the true king. To protect his power even in the wilderness. Your phone, your thoughts, your habits. These are the gates to your kingdom. Guard them. Don't let lust rule over you. Don't let compromise sneak in through the side door. Set boundaries. Fast. Pray. Journal. Meditate. Stay on guard. Your crown is too valuable to be left unattended. When you begin to protect your seed, something profound happens. Your identity changes. You stop living like a boy chasing pleasure and start living like a man creating destiny. You begin to feel that you are here for something great. Your words become more intentional. Your eyes become more focused. Your presence becomes more commanding. You feel a sense of honor, like a warrior who has returned to the path of the sacred. This shift is not just about abstaining. It is about becoming. Becoming who you were always meant to be. A king, a leader, a builder, a protector, a man who wears his crown with reverence. Retention without purpose is just frustration. You must rise with your energy. You must build with it. Protecting your seed is the beginning, but what you do with that protection is what creates greatness. Set goals. Start projects. Serve others. Heal your heart. Speak truth. Face fear. Let the fire of your seed fuel your mission. You are not called to just exist. You are called to reign. Don't sit on your power. Don't waste your strength. Don't delay your purpose. This is your time to rise. This is your time to walk like a king. Your seed is the source of your power. Your crown is the symbol of your calling. Protecting one protects the other. And when you do, when you truly honor the sacredness of your energy, you become unstoppable. No one can hand you your crown. You must claim it, not with noise, but with discipline, not with arrogance, but with integrity, not with lust, but with love for your future. Protect your seed like your crown, because in truth, they are one and the same.